Hey guys, this is the voice of Dog, as opposed to the voice of Stoff that you've probably become accustomed to. I'm going to be doing something a little different this time, since this AI puzzle is pretty special, and I want to talk about strategy in a bit of detail. So, concerning difficulty, this is probably as bad as it gets in the 11th hour. This is the big difficulty wall that the majority of players get stuck on and quit in frustration, and frankly, I don't blame them one bit. So, this puzzle has a lot of different names. Some call it the Honeycomb Puzzle, or the Hexagon Puzzle, or the Microscope Mark II Puzzle, or the Dear God, I Hate This Fucking Game Puzzle, but I believe the official name developers gave it is Blood and Honey. So fortunately, this puzzle is way easier than the Microscope and the Seventh Guest. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure why that is. Stoff's AI is every bit as tough and vicious as it was in the first game, so it's not like the computer is easier to outsmart or anything. I think the layout of the board has something to do with it. The geometry allows for a lot more space to play with, you have a lot more options from the start, and you can plot out some kind of strategy, set up your pieces before Stoff really starts to play aggressively. It's kinda ironic how I said I want to talk about strategy when my execution of it in this run is kinda pathetic. I'll level with you guys. I tried for hours to record this damn puzzle. 95% of the time, I'd either lose, or the game would randomly crash for reasons unknown. So, imagine my frustration when my usual strategy finally works, and I manage to squeeze out a victory, and the recording crashes on me. Now I'd like you to imagine my frustration when this happens 2 more times after many more attempts. So, completely fed up with the game, I try a different sort of strategy, where I get greedy and try to occupy some of Stoff's blood cells from the beginning. Being aggressive early on usually never works, at least for me. Maybe if you do it right, it can work, I don't know. And in this case, it put the majority of my pieces in the center of the board, surrounded by Stoff on both sides. That's not a good thing. Nevertheless, after some gutsy jumps, I managed to secure the right side of the honeycomb and things get kinda quiet for a bit. And in another bit of irony, this is how my usual strategy works, where I occupy one side of the honeycomb and build up a reserve of cells, so I'm close enough to launch an attack on Stoff, who will be doing the exact same thing developing his pieces. Now, for those of you curious, Stoff's strategy differs wildly depending on how you play. Actually, a better way of saying it is Stoff will mimic your strategy but do it better, and somehow come out ahead in the end. With this whole no-rush 10-minute strategy, as I call it, I'd usually run into problems when Stoff would attack first and somehow come out with more pieces and a better position on the board. Here we don't have time for that, as we're already in each other's faces and things get bloody pretty quick. Now, I do have a couple of tips in general to impart on people who want to play this game, and they tend to work regardless of what your strategy is. So, number 1, always look for exchanges that'll work in your favor. Meaning, before you move, count the number of honey cells you'll gain by moving, and compare them to how many cells Stoff got in the last move. And in addition to that, try to predict Stoff's next move by looking for your weakest spot and figure out how many cells he'll gain. If you can take advantage of opportunities where Stoff can't retake the cells you capture, then you can gradually build up a lead on him. Number 2, never give up. This is a long game to play, and the outcome is usually decided in the last few moves. This game is not like chess, where you lose a couple of pieces and you get pissed off, and you throw the board at your opponent and walk away in shame and defeat, which is usually how my chess games go. Here, all of your pieces are equal, and the only things that matter are quantity and position. So, take this attempt for example. Had I restarted on this run after getting frustrated with my sad opening, I would have totally missed out on the best victory I've ever had in this puzzle, and that would have been a damn shame. So, you'll see that as the board gets smaller, it gets a lot easier to capture more cells at a time, and a lot harder to defend the ones you have. Fortunately, I've had a solid lead on Stoff for a good amount of time, and I can afford a few small mistakes here and there. I take the opportunity here to fill in the space in the bottom left first, because I've got way more pieces to give up there, and I'd hate to lose a bunch at the last second. And speaking of losing at the last second, that brings me to tip number 3. Make sure you get the last move. If you have to jump a piece instead of dividing towards the end just to switch the turn order up, then do it. In a typical game, the last move is everything. Except here, my positioning is just perfect enough to wall out the blood cells and keep Stoff from making the last move, period. And that is victory. So, that's that for the infamous honeycomb puzzle. I hope you learned a little something, and if anyone has strategies on the game they want to discuss, or better yet a video of a winning run they want to post in the thread, please do so. I'm pretty interested in seeing how other people manage to win this game, because I'm not entirely sure how I managed to do it. And with that, it's time for scene recap number 3. Most of it's new footage, and we have a lot of big plot points, some exciting stuff, so I'm going to refrain from riffing on it like I usually do. So as always, thanks for watching, guys, and good night.
Yes? Samantha Ford? If you're selling anything, I'm not interested. Please go away.
No, I just want to talk to you.
About what?
Eileen Wiley? Hello? Are you still there?
Who are you?
My name is Robin Morales. I'm a producer for Case Unsolved, and I'm researching a story on the Staff Mansion. I was told that you were there the night Eileen Wiley lost her hand.
Who told you that?
Dr. Thornton. May I come in? Please.
What do you want from me, Miss Morales? The truth? Whatever that is.
I want to know what really happened the night you and Eileen Wiley went to the Staff Mansion.
Everyone knows what happened. Eileen got her hand bitten off by a guard dog.
Did you see it happen? Did you?
No?
I don't believe you.
So what?
What are you hiding?
Who do you think you are, anyway? Coming here from some moronic TV show speaking of the truth. You don't care about the truth. All you care about is ratings. Now ain't that the truth?
This looks like very interesting work. Look, I'm sorry. We've got off to a bad start.
A bad start and a bad end. Please leave.
Do you think the current rash of murders and disappearances are connected to the house? You do, don't you?
Get out.
I knew it. I'm on the right track.
Leave now.
Tell me what happened.
No.
What happened to Eileen?
It was a dog, a vicious dog.
What about the 2 boys you followed there? They disappeared.
They never went there. They were runaways.
What about you? You haven't walked since that night.
Get out. Get out!
It's been 20 years, Samantha. It's time you told the truth.
Please don't hurt me. No, no more.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Where's Eileen?
I don't know.
She ran away and left me. I couldn't move. That's her. It's all my fault.
Who is it?
Samantha Ford. I've come to tell you the truth. If you're ready for it.
Come in. Can I get you something?
No, I just need to collect my thoughts.
I have some wine. Would you like some?
I think I would.
Cheers.
Thanks. What happened that terrible night 20 years ago? There isn't a day that goes by that my mind isn't haunted by the memory. Everything that's happened since, every breath I take is influenced by that night.
Do you mind if I record this?
No, I don't mind.
Please, continue.
Eileen and I went to the house to find Peter and Charlie, the two boys that supposedly disappeared. They were going to break into the Stoff mansion, the so-called haunted house. I was a wild teenager. Eileen didn't want to go with me, but I talked her into it. She did everything I did. Oh, God. What happened to her, it was my fault.
Do you want to stop?
No. If I do, I don't know if I could start again. We were raped.
Oh no, by those boys?
No. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
We were raped by the house. So now you think I'm totally out of my mind?
No,
Yes, you do. Here's this crazy lady raving about how she was raped by a house.
I don't know what to think.
Think what you want. But I'll tell you, that house is not what it appears to be. It's a living thing. It's a house, or it's Henry Stauff, or it's some ungodly creature. It's impossible to explain. And impossible to believe, but I know what happened to me.
But how?
I don't know how. We were in the house, and suddenly I couldn't move. It was like some invisible thing were holding me. I couldn't see it, but I was in its grip. I could feel it all over me, touching me. I started screaming, and Eileen got scared and ran.
How did you get away?
When it was finished with us, it just let us go. I got Eileen to Dr. Thornton. But the worst is yet to come. Whatever it was, that thing. I became pregnant. We both did.
Oh my God.
I decided to have an abortion, but Eileen was afraid to go through with it. It was a back alley thing.
It's okay. You've said enough.
No. I have to finish this. I got a very serious infection. The result is what you see. I suffered irreparable nerve damage. I'm confined to a wheelchair.
I can't imagine such horror.
Eileen lives the real horror. She gave birth to Marie. I'd rather spend my life in a wheelchair than have a child like that. She's always been evil. The bad seed, but hell itself has been unleashed since her 18th birthday. She's behind the violent happenings in this valley. Whatever evil thing that house is, she's its offspring. It's crazy. A house. Pure insanity, but it's the truth. Just ask Eileen.
Man, it stinks in here.
Like that dead raccoon your father found in the basement.
Say what? You trying to tell me something?
Robin?
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah?
I hope that you would. I wore it just for you.
Thanks.
So, do you think you have a role for me in your new play? Am I right for the part?
Well, geez, I don't know.
I'd be very grateful. Very grateful. What's the matter? You don't like me? You don't want me in your play?
Listen, it's not that I don't want you in my play.
I know I'm right for the part. I could give you more.
Can you just tell me where Robin is?
Who's Robin? What do you want with her? What's wrong with me? Please, take me out of here. Please, take me with you. Before it's too late.
You're looking for food or information? I just spoke with Samantha Ford.
So?
She just told me the most unbelievable story.
So don't believe it?
May I have a cup of coffee?
Sure. So what's this story about?
Two girls and a house that's not really a house at all. And there's no dog.
What else?
These two girls got pregnant. One of them had an abortion which left her paralyzed. The other one had a daughter by the name of Marie, which, according to Samantha, is a worse fate than spending the rest of your life in a wheelchair. This house in the story is something that lives, something evil. And Marie is somehow the daughter of this evil.
Don't say that.
And she's also behind all these horrific murders.
Stop it. It's a lie.
What is the rest of this fantastic story, Eileen?
That's just what it is. It's a story. How could anybody believe such a thing?
Samantha was so sure.
Samantha has always had a good imagination.
Is there any truth in what she says?
No.
What really happened to your hand?
Got bitten off by a dog.
I don't believe you.
And I don't care.
What is it about this house, Eileen? What's it really all about?
Why don't you just go there yourself? You're afraid, aren't you?
Don't give up, Carl.